Up YouTube. Sticking coming at you live from the 209. So what we got today, some climate change solutions. And then here are the questions. What is your favorite video game? How does CO2 in the air relate to temperature? Do you remember from yesterday? And then why is this cartoon funny? So you have a man being greeted at the door by the Grim Reaper. And the Grim Reaper says climate change. And he says, phew, I thought you were coronavirus. So why is it funny? Or like, what does it mean? Yeah. And then you should pause the video, and then you should remember from yesterday that the more CO2 from humans mainly, the higher the temperature has gotten. That's what climate change is all about. Here's some announcements. Finals are on Thursday and Friday this week. They're each 2 hours. And then we'll have a new semester after fall break where grades will be restarted. Today, what you're going to be able to do is reflect on your energy use and apply knowledge of photosynthesis to stop climate change. So that's what we're trying to figure out. How can you save the world from climate change and stop this from happening? So yep, we're going to be taking notes. Please go to your classroom, classwork, Tuesday, carbon footprint notes, right here, bam. Cool. So it should look something like this. Put your name on it. The first one is a little bit of review. Why is climate change bad for us? And then get a picture. And then we're going to have a little game after. Okay. Next. So recall climate change. Climate change is basically excessive carbon dioxide in the air from humans that has caused an increase in temperature. This increase in temperature has led to more drought, more fires, and more extreme weather. So that's what's bad. Get a photo of any of those things that show that climate change is really doing damage to the earth. Next, what we're going to be learning about today is carbon footprint. Your carbon footprint is basically how much energy you use. The bigger the footprint, the more energy you use over your lifetime. So remember, the problem is mainly burning fuel and using energy. A lot of the energy we get is from burning fuel, like driving your cars, buying goods that are transported from all over the world on a ship, and using energy that requires the burning of fossil fuels. All these things release CO2 into the air. So we're going to do a little scenario. I'm going to give you like a list of things, and you pick whichever one matches you. So we're going to pick how big is your carbon footprint. The more greens you have, the more you contribute to climate change. For example, transportation. How do you get to school? You record which green applies to you. So 3 greens, you or your parents ride to school. 2 greens, you carpool. 1 green, you take the bus. And 0 greens, you walk. So for example, I drive to school. So I would put 3 greens for transportation. And then you'd answer, why is it better to walk or bike to school? If you walk or bike, it's 0 greens. Yeah. Pause the video now and fill out your answer. Next, how do you live? Like, do you have less than 6 people in a household? That would be 1 green. If you have more than 6 people, 6 or more people in a household, or you live in an apartment, then you get 0 greens. Living with more people in a smaller area, that means you share more energy and you're using less space. Next one, recycling. So does your family recycle? 2 greens, if you don't recycle, your family only uses trash. 1 green, your family only recycles. 0 if your family composts and recycles. So try and think about why is it better to recycle? The answer has to do with like incinerators and landfills. So lots of trash will actually go into an incinerator where the trash is literally burned. It's burned so we don't have to worry about it anymore. A lot of that burning actually releases carbon dioxide into the air. So it's better to reduce, reuse, and recycle so you don't need the energy to make new stuff. Yep. Next, personal habits. What is your diet? So 3 greens if you eat red meat. I eat red meat, white meat, and veggies, so I would be 3 greens. And then if you only eat white meat, 2. 1, you're vegetarian. 0 greens, you're vegan. Then try and think, why is it better to eat more veggies, not just for your diet, but for the earth? The answer is meat, such as cow, pig, chicken, turkey. These are all things that are fed using veggies that could be given to humans. Remember the 10% rule? You eat 10 times more plants than animals. Please stay tuned for the second part of the video.